What's up, Willowbrook family? Today we are in 1 Kings chapter 6. And in this chapter, as you've read, it's all about the building of the temple of the Lord, where Solomon spends 7 years building this temple. And it gets into all sorts of crazy detail about where they got the stone from. And this wood was used for this and this for that. And this was overlaid with gold and all sorts of interesting detail that matters a lot. And it gets into symbolism that we should all look into because it's so cool. But what pops out to me as I read this today is the verses in 11 through 13, where God says to Solomon, this house that you're building me, I'm going to come dwell in it if you obey my commandments, if you walk in my statutes and follow the rules that I've laid out for you. Now, this tells me something important about God. Because in all of this, as he's building this huge temple, God does not say anything about it. He talks about God's people. He talks about the Israelites. And it tells me that God cares more about our obedience to him than any building. The temple, though it matters a great deal, and they put so much time and effort and reverence into building it, God cared more about the obedience and the keeping of the covenant with his people than the actual building itself. Jesus said that obedience was important. One of the last things he says in John chapter 15 to his disciples is that if you obey my commandments, you're abiding in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Obedience to God is so important to him, more important than anything we could ever create. So go today abiding in the love of Christ, walking in obedience to him. Y'all have an awesome day.